Good evening, everyone. This is delicious Don Juan, the Texas treat, and you are listening to the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, and I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Tina.
Take two.
Take two.
Hola.
Yes, second time trying through. You'll find on the blooper reel why. Over here, we got Tommy.
Yo.
And we got Mike.
And I'm Mike, and this is 2020, 10 minutes later, but we're also in the final countdown. Ignore the countdown behind JC said, that's just till Christmas.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The chaotic start to a show ever.
When the blooper reel comes out later on this year, you guys are going to see what the hell happened in the last 20 minutes.
This past year, I've rarely been on, and every time I'm on, like, something silly happens.
You were just that much fun. That's what it is.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
You make this fun. Yes. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at @CCG_WrestleCast and subscribe here to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. Today, Tina is definitely joining us for one of her favorite pay-per-views of the year, NXT TakeOver WarGames.
Yes.
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say TLC because she liked the band. First time I made that joke.
Wow.
Anyway,
was late.
when NXT brought this format back, instantly became one of Tina's favorites. So she's always excited to talk about this every year.
Carnage. Okay.
And I think that we enjoy the fact that this isn't tied into Survivor Series weekend. They gave it its own weekend on a Saturday.
Get off my... Oh, he's on my coat trying to take a nap. Oh my god, this cat.
Take 3.
No, we're good. We're gonna keep going.
The
Anyway.
cat is a saboteur. I've been saying.
Soldier through.
Oh my gosh.
Saboteur.
This is going to be an interesting War Games. Like I said, it's got its own weekend. It's going to be on a Sunday, and this will also be the first NXT event that is going to be on traditional pay-per-view, in addition to WWE Network. So you're actually going to be able to purchase it wherever you're going to be able to get pay-per-views as well. Yeah. So. We'll talk about
still
that.
like $60 or something?
It's $60. Yeah.
And they're only going to stick with, I mean, I think it's totally worth it compared to a lot of pay-per-views, but are they only going to stick to 4 or 5 matches like usual?
My thought process
As
too
of
is
right now, it's only 4.
My thought process is too. The NXT shows are usually shorter than WWE regular WWE pay-per-views. So
But,
$60, it's a little much.
For those that don't subscribe and maybe they want to selectively buy pay-per-views, more power to you if that's how you want to spend your money.
Plus, obviously, WWE is struggling with money right now, so however they can get it.
Yeah, never mind the lawsuit they had to pay off on the Saudi Arabia stuff. Yeah, so híjole.
Why
Anyway,
would you have to pay that off if nothing happened and it was all cool?
well, that's not.
Anyways,
Yeah, let's talk
Well,
War Games.
War Games.
War Games.
8 fighters. 2 teams. I think you do know, gentlemen, how this goes. I've watched that video many times.
No, actually, we're recording this on a Tuesday, so we still have one more episode of NXT leading into this. We're going to have one more member of Team Shotzi with the women's match that'll be revealed, and possibly maybe another match added because as of right now, there's only 4 matches on the card. But then again, the War Games matches can take a while, so they may run with just 4. We'll see. Yeah.
And easily last an hour if you're even half trying. So
yeah, exactly. So let's get it started first with the strap match. Dexter Lumis against Cameron Grimes. No title on the line in this, just straight up 2 guys strapped to each other, having to drag each other each of the 4 corners of the ring. So that's kind of where they're going with this one. Tommy, we'll start with you this time. Who are you picking for this one?
It's hard to bet against Dexter Lumis and his serial killer stare, so I'm going Dexter Lumis. Every time I see him, it's like, dude, he does that too well. Has anyone checked his neighbors recently? This is out of curiosity. It's like he's got that down too well. When was the last time anyone saw his first girlfriend? Does anyone know?
Guess who's excited about the Dexter reboot or extra season coming out?
or the remake of the last season as it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is that what it is? A remake of the last season?
I don't know.
supposedly, yeah. It's like a do-over of the last season, but yeah. So
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Dexter, the old TV
And I
show
have
on
no
Showtime.
idea who Dexter Loomis is, so I'm picking Cameron Grimes.
Okay.
No clue.
Okay.
I've been so busy with stuff. I haven't been keeping up. I'm sorry.
She reads results here and there. That's pretty much the extent of some highlights here and there. But, she is excited for this, and she does enjoy NXT. So, Mike, what are you picking?
So the funny thing is, I feel like Dexter Loomis has been dominating this rivalry, and at this point, I feel like Cameron Grimes is going to get like a sneaky win. And if you've watched wrestling for a long time, strap matches are an easy way for them to get like real sneaky wins that like you basically can get beat up. But depending also on the rules of the strap match and what their setup is, if it's the traditional four corners, I've seen those for years, and WCW used to do it a lot. Where the bad guy is hitting the corner, or even the good guy is hitting the corner behind the other guy, and then jumps up the last one. So I just can't see them like not burying Cameron Grimes, but just continuing like this domination. So I think he's going to pull off a sneaky win, still get beat up, but pull it off as a sneaky win.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can see that happening, but possibly going the other way. Maybe Cameron Grimes will get the opposite end. But as Tommy said, the whole serial killer thing, maybe it's the apron look too. It's just that thing that he was,
his name and his whole look is a very specific thing.
Yeah, I'm going with Loomis for that. So,
okay.
All right.
I'm gonna look up this.
I want to know who came up with the gimmick, and they said, "Can you do a serial killer face? Can you do it not that well? Can you dial it back to where maybe?"
I thought Showtime came up with the TV station, not the wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where they went with it. Yeah. So, all right. NXT North American Championship is a triple threat match. Yeah.
This one is so weird.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Tina's looking up. She's who Dexter Loomis is now. Do you want to change your pick? Or you stick with Cameron Grimes?
Nah.
Anyway,
I know who he is now, but I'm like, nah.
Okay. NXT North American Championship. Current champion Leon Ruff.
No idea who that is either. Let me look it up.
Young guy who's beat Gargano for the title, by the way.
Not a lot of people do.
To be fair, literally no one knew who he was.
Look, let me show you how new this guy is. On Wikipedia, where they list the current champions of WWE, his picture is his WWE Performance Center announcement picture. Like literally where they have them all wearing the Performance Center t-shirts and doing the poses like that on Wikipedia. That's his picture with showing that he's the champion. Yes. On
Any other cool people in that class?
I don't
see the rest of them.
I couldn't see him. It's just him. Like the individual
He doesn't even
shot.
he doesn't have an Instagram.
NXT, you won. NXT, you pulled it off. Man, look. I mean, everyone's looking for him. They can't find him. Congratulations.
Is this guy even
Good
real?
story.
Is this guy even real?
He's real. Maybe he's on Twitter. They all
Oh
are.
my God, he's been a hologram this whole time. He's not even real. They pulled one over on us.
You know what's funny?
Tina's about to rage.
His girlfriend is the referee in NXT. I think more people know who she is than they know who he is.
Oh, okay.
You're not it.
All right.
You're not it.
Well, while she tries to find him on social media.
Who is this guy now? Oh, that's him. I found him.
This should have been an episode where Tina just looks up.
I found him.
That's
There you go. Hey.
How did that guy beat Johnny Gargano?
And she just looks them up as we're recording. That should be an episode we should do.
Dude, we should do that for the New Japan ones because that's pretty much the whole thing.
Are you kidding me? That's what I was talking about.
I can't wait. I can't wait till Wrestle Kingdom. Then that's gonna be great. All right, so Leon Ruff, who Tina just found on social media,
No idea who
is
this guy is.
defending against Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest. You know who Damian Priest is?
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Okay, it's a triple threat.
You know who I'm gonna pick then?
I know who Tina's gonna pick, so let's get it out of the way. Who
Gargano?
Gargano, of course.
Yeah.
Wants Gargano to win that title.
Johnny Wrestling.
Yes.
Oh man, that whole thing was worth it just to get to her saying Gargano, like it really was.
Babe, we miss having you on the show.
Sorry.
You're always a delight. You really are.
When I'm awake.
She's
Because
awake.
when I'm asleep, I'm like, come here, hurry up, guys.
Or like the one show you were just waiting for, like the women's one.
There it is. Mike, who are you picking?
You're welcome, guys.
Wow.
I honestly, I don't even know because I don't know if they want to continue the joke. Both guys,
Fair.
Gargano and Priest have won it and can take it again, but I don't know if they want to continue the story. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Damian Priest, but I honestly do not know where they want to go with this. If they want to keep it up or put it on someone a little more serious now. It's been fun. Like, it's entertaining.
It is. It's great.
The stuff he's doing, but
yeah,
I'm going to go Damian Priest. I'm not even sure, but
the fact that when he won it, Damian Priest technically didn't even touch Gargano and he got pinned anyway was fantastic. I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
yeah.
Well, Tommy, who you going this one then?
I'm actually going Priest.
Okay.
I don't know. It feels like that's what this has been building up to for him to get it back. Kind of like that's why he kind of KO'd poor Leon Ruff so he can win by DQ. I like when he said, "Sorry, kid." He elbowed the crap out of him.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the paper.
I think I know who you're talking
and
about.
there's people that I'm like,
wait till we get there. Yeah, Tina's
the first time he won when he won the belt though, and they put it on him, and Priest is celebrating him, and he's like, it just falls off of him because he's so small. That was
the backstage video where he says, "Kid, I'm proud of you, but you're in a lot of danger. Here are my keys. Black SUV. Go. Leave now before he gets back here."
Mike, you say, how long are they going to keep this up? I think they're going to keep it up a little bit longer. So I'm going with
go
Leon Ruff. But I think it's going to be something where, like, Gargano and Priest just knock each other out, and Leon Ruff just sneaks in.
I could completely see that.
Yeah. Or the first guy kicks out and he goes to the other one and gets the pin or something like that. It's just some funky finish.
I can see him getting, like, knocked out by someone, landing on someone else, pinning them by accident, and then before either guy realizes what's happened, he's walking out with the belt. They're like, "Oh, son of a..."
Yeah. I think it's going to be fun. I think this is a good chance for them to showcase what this guy can really do. And a triple threat match, there's a lot that can happen, especially with 2 rings. We forget there's 2 rings there. I mean, obviously one's going to be used for. They're going to use one to register the pin, but they can have some fun with 2 rings for a triple threat match.
This is true. I didn't think about that. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Right. Yeah. Now let's get to the War Games. War Games matches.
War Games.
We'll start with the women's one. Team Shotzi against Team Candice. Team Shotzi, of course, is Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, and one more that will be announced on NXT tomorrow.
I was looking up TBA and I was, who's TBA?
Oh,
just kidding.
It should be.
That's the new luchadora.
Got their due.
Yeah. She's from Japan. She's like a top prospect.
Yeah.
Man, she's went everything because I've seen TBA everywhere.
Yep. Very, very closely rated to Bacon as well.
That makes sense. Totally.
I think they train together.
Yes.
In parts unknown.
Oh my God.
They're going against Team Candice, very close related to TBD as well.
Oh my gosh.
Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and
Raquel
Gonzalez, and Toni Storm with a recent heel turn that I'm really enjoying seeing.
That was surprising, but I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Now, first off, I guess we can all maybe make guesses if you have one of who TBA is going to be for Team Shotzi, and then who you think is going to win. So whoever would like to go first, go for it.
I'm going to say my TBA is Mercedes Martinez.
Ooh, okay.
My other thought was it was going to be Mia Yim, or if it was my wild card guess, I'd say Charlotte, because Charlotte's pretty much ready to come back already.
And having her team with Rhea Ripley after the WrestleMania match?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so that would be my wild card pick, but I don't know if that would happen.
Okay.
But I have a feeling it might be Mercedes.
Okay.
And I'm picking Team Shotzi.
Team Shotzi. Okay. Team's going with Shotzi.
Yeah.
All right. Tommy, what about you?
Well, I'm going to say for my TBA. Yeah, Charlotte. I was thinking Charlotte before Tina said it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna say maybe Charlotte. I'm probably wrong, but maybe Charlotte. But even with that, I'm actually gonna go Team Candice. I think they might want to start building that momentum for either Candice or Kai or Tony to get a title shot, and then they'll go for And then they'll probably set up something like Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez, battle of the super buff chicks, which I'm totally for.
Or super tall chicks at this point.
Yeah.
Same, tomato to me. Anyway,
Wow.
I really was honestly clueless who TBA was, and then Tina said the magic words Mercedes Martinez because I forgot that she had requested to go back down to NXT.
Yep.
She didn't want to be part of the disruption storyline.
Come on, man, that's my girl.
Yeah, so I like the idea of Mercedes Martinez
she
on that
didn't want to be
team.
the sixth Decepticon anymore.
Right.
Everyone knows.
Oh, guys, after we go over all these matches, there is some wrestling news to cover regarding disruption and some members that have been outed for who they are. I don't know if you saw Monday Night Raw. We'll have to talk about that afterwards.
Okay, we'll discuss that then.
Just kidding.
I'm
Just kidding.
as far as who to pick, this match really is a coin flip. It's hard, and
It is. Yeah.
I am thinking right now. I gotta go with Team Candice. I feel like there's going to be some heel thing here. Tony Storm, I think, is going to make a hell of a run. I mean,
I think the fourth, my opinion, opposite of yours, I think the fourth person is going to basically make or break this.
make or break. Okay, yeah. So I'm going with Team Candice. Mike.
So I think the fourth person, first of all, is a little simpler than we're trying to go for. I think it might just be Io Shirai.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that, but I don't know if that was too obvious, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just because she's had interaction, she had a good match with Ripley, and she's had some stuff with all the other heels. And I'm actually going to go Team Shotzi because I feel like I know y'all were saying y'all feel like some of the heels need push, but I feel like Ember and Rhea really need some momentum themselves going back.
That's fair.
And even Shotzi.
Well,
Shotzi's
yeah,
a good
herself. I
wrestler.
mean, they're starting to build her up a bit. Kind of more. I don't want to say like a kind of an attraction, but just kind of like she's very unique. But I read this. I didn't hear it, but apparently Rhea was on Lillian Garcia's podcast and was talking about how much her confidence and stuff was really shot after WrestleMania because she lost to Charlotte and then just kind of felt like she bottomed out and didn't really go anywhere after that. Yeah.
And they don't do much with her COVID issues.
I know, especially since they made this whole like big build up for her to beat Shayna and be like the first woman to like literally beat her, fair and square and everything. And then she loses it to Charlotte, and then it's just like.
And then Charlotte disappears from TV too. So
and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Mike.
I feel like Ember's coming back, so.
Yeah.
Or has been back.
And if you think about it in a weird way, this team is very unique. Like Shotzi has a very unique look. Ember came back with a very unique look. Rhea has always had a very unique look. They're just super unique. So I'm going to call them Team Unique.
Team Unique. Nice.
But you got to spell it like
Shotzi's so unique. She invented the word. So yeah. So I see what you mean there. I met her one time in heavy metal, and she really did wear that helmet like around just in the crowd. And I can't. And let me tell you, from pure fan standpoint, nothing made me happier than to know she's like wearing the helmet just in general. I was just like, well, I'm okay with this. Let's move on with our day.
That's like normal for her. She's like, oh, you always wear that helmet? Like, what helmet? So,
what are you talking about?
Yeah. All right, and then on to the men's War Games match. War Games. We have.
You even have to ask me.
I know I'm not going to ask you, but let's go through it. The Undisputed Era is going against 4 random people put together, but I'm calling it McAfee and Friends because Pat McAfee's kind of the captain here.
I'm sorry, they are not random.
Yeah. What?
It's the new heel Pat McAfee and his new evil scoundrels that are mostly British. And,
and
they're for the brand.
Yes.
How fun is it that like probably one of the more popular guys to go from NFL to wrestling, even on a celebrity basis, is a former punter for the Indianapolis Colts who's doing this.
Oh, that's who he is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the punter.
But how funny is it that he's actually one of the better guys to actually get in the ring to do it? I mean, no offense to Lawrence Taylor, and the only reason I bring this matchup is because I'm glad Bam Bam Bigelow has to go down as the main eventer in WrestleMania. That makes me happy. But Lawrence Taylor was kind of not good in the ring. And Pat McAfee.
No, he got blown up real quick.
Yeah, but Pat McAfee against Adam Cole, like he'd been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Like he kept up with Adam Cole, and that's saying something. That alone was worth accolades.
Maybe if McAfee was on the Cowboys, they actually would have punted the ball instead of faked it. Ew.
Can we not talk about that right now?
Mike, are you still watching football?
Can we move on? Can we move on from this? Can we talk about wrestling? It's too soon, damn it.
I'll make that same joke on the sports minorities. I'll call in.
Okay, you'll type in for that one. Go for it.
Do it.
Tomorrow night at 9 on YouTube. Look us up.
Live.
Live,
Do
yes.
it live, Mike.
Yes. Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan. They have the advantage by virtue of Pete Dunne winning a ladder match last week over Kyle O'Reilly, I believe it was. Yeah. So they're going to have the War Games advantage here. So Tina, go ahead. We already know who you're picking. I'm joining her on that one because I have my baby shirt on. So Adam Cole it is. Yeah, I like her. They have a lot of experience in these matches as a team. It is interesting that they're going to be a face in this.
Thank you, Tommy.
You know, for like the first time, they're going to be a face.
Isn't this like their third one in total?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I like it.
How have they done in the last two then?
They 1-1.
1-1, I
They're
think.
1-1.
Yeah, but they were.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
They were a heel team pretty much both times. So this is the first time
they're the face.
Their faces this time. And you know, look, talking about them real quick, I never want to see them go up.
I literally had to talk with somebody. I literally talked with someone about it. I was like, I never want them to go to the main roster. I do
no.
Absolutely do not want them to leave NXT.
NXT is like perfect for them. I can't. You know, if they go up to Raw or SmackDown, they're just going to get misused.
I think the only way they could go up is if like you get rid of a bunch of factions in WWE that they don't use anymore, or they use but like.
Disruption Wolfpack.
What I worry about is them going up. Vince always seems to have this idea that they're a tag team. We have to eventually break them up, a la the Iconics, a la. Any sort of tag team, the Hardys, the Dudley Boys at one point.
Cesaro and insert 4 different names here.
To be fair, Tyson Kidd got injured, so that one wasn't entirely.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that's true. Him and
I'll let him have that one. I'll let him have that.
Okay.
One.
Well, Tina and I are going Undisputed Era. Mike, where are you going with this one?
I'm actually going to go McAfee and Friends.
Okay.
I think they are really high on Mac.
If that's not their name, I swear to God, I hope they watch this and make that their name.
McAfee and Friends.
Yeah. So great. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
It's what's written there. So
I know.
Yeah, I think they're high on McAfee. He obviously showed in his match with Adam Cole that he has the ability to wrestle and to put on decent matches, and he's got 3 solid guys with him, which don't always get a lot of flashpoint, like flashy, like they're not really that kind, but I mean, they're solid wrestlers. And
all 3 of those guys remind me kind of like Bret Hart in a way. They're not really that flashy, but they're great in the ring.
Great technical. Yeah. So I think they're going to pull it off. All
right. And Tommy?
Sorry, now when you said McAfee and Friends, all I can only hear is like a theme song in my head. It's McAfee and Friends. It's also funny because that's my mom's maiden last name. So whenever I hear McAfee, I'm just thinking, he's related to us. He's a white guy. He can still be related to us. I don't know everything about our family history.
With today's guest, John Stamos.
Anyway.
Everywhere you look. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Tommy's still waiting on your pick. When you're done laughing.
I get it out for the life of me.
You want Undisputed Era?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I feel like that I feel like McAfee might try to stack the odds against them, but this will be the one time, since their faces especially, that they'll actually overcome. Because another thing, they're so used to war games, and like I think they've built up a kind of a dexterity for it. It's like, we have been thrown into this case so many times. Oh my God, we know what it feels like.
They're the horsemen of WCW War Games. That's what they are.
Pretty much.
Thought of it that way.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Absolutely right. That's
pretty much every War Games in NWA WCW had the Horsemen versus some group of faces until the NWO thing started. But even then, Flair and Anderson were in that one. So
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I did not even think of that.
Well, that is our picks for the 4 matches that are currently on schedule for Wall Games this Sunday. So I don't anticipate they'll add another one unless they decide to do one like last minute.
they might, maybe like
Well,
a
who's the
pre-show type of-
champions? Besides
Finn
Io?
Balor, Finn Balor is the world champion.
And then
Women's
Io.
champion is Io Shirai.
You don't think
Yeah.
they would put a match for one of them at least?
Well, I mean, if Io gets added, possibly.
Or I'm saying like they don't think they would put one of the matches maybe prior to the war game?
Well, Balor's been injured.
Yeah,
So-
I agree with that. Yeah.
And I was just going to say, have you seen the tweets from Vacant?
Yes.
Just like every couple of days, like, come on, William Regal.
Do
He
the right
hasn't
thing.
defended,
Defended
in 30 days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and there was
just
one
counting
that
the
was like,
time.
"Oh, it's cool, Regal. You can say War Games."
yeah.
So I'm looking it up just because I was double checking. They have had last year when they did War Games. They didn't have a title match at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think Adam Cole was
they
champion
didn't
at the
have-
time, though. That's the reason.
Yeah,
So-
But what about the year
was
prior?
It all of UE? Didn't
Yeah, I was
all
going to
of
say,
UE
didn't they have all the
belts?
gold? Yeah,
They had
at least
all the gold in that match.
as far as the year prior, I still feel like the champion was involved in one of the matches. I can't remember.
No, because well, it could have been the
Because-
guys because
okay, so last
because
year
the
it
women
was
because the women's match was Shayna, Ember, and Peyton. That one year that they had a
Did they have a War Games women's 2 years ago, or was that
no.
just
But I'm
last
talking
year?
about like there was a women's championship match,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Ember, Shayna, and I think Peyton.
No, it was Ember and Asuka.
no, Peyton was already main roster by then, right?
You're thinking of Ember Moon and Asuka.
Oh, I'm thinking of Asuka, Ember Moon, and Peyton. Wasn't there like a triple threat?
There might have been. I can't
It
remember.
wasn't. I don't think it was at a
Kairi
War Games.
Sane,
Well, hold on.
maybe?
Maybe Kyrie. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let's do some.
I just
show
remember
research.
that. I just remember there was 2 rings.
Yeah.
And Ember was involved, and she
That-
hit a.
oh, you know what it
and she
was?
hit-
It
she
was
hit an eclipse.
It was Ember, Kyrie, Nikki, and Peyton, but it was for the vacant title. This is after Asuka got called
Oh,
up.
That's
there
right,
we go.
there
It was
we
for
go.
the vacant
That was
title.
vacant.
And Ember hit
Vacant
the
was champion.
vacant. Yeah.
He is.
Vacant.
And actually, this was the first War Games because it was 3 teams. It was Undisputed Era, it was Others of Pain, and Roderick Strong before he joined, and
That's
Sami.
right.
That's
That's
what-
right. That's right.
That's right.
All right. Well, again, that's our preview of it. We'll have more details on the event itself later on the episode. Now, a little bit of wrestling news. Mike, you mentioned that you had something there for it. Go ahead. Enlighten us. A bit.
So I don't know if y'all watched Raw last night, but Reckoning showed up and she had a match with Dana Brooke because if you remember, she beat up Dana Brooke just before Survivor Series to get Dana Brooke off the team because of Mandy Rose's injury. Well,
Right.
like literally 6 or 7 seconds into the match, they do a tie up, they go to the corner, and Reckoning's mask comes off. And so it's obviously Mia Yim, and they don't really, I guess Dana's not really, or both of them, they don't get the mask back on. So she just wrestles the rest of the match without her mask on. But the thing that made me laugh was people on Twitter going, "Oh man, it was Mia Yim all the time." Like,
This whole time.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
and I was just like, I love it because instead of like making fun of the match or being like, "Oh, she lost her mask, how dumb," people were just like, "Oh, dude, it was Mia Yim. I didn't see this coming." And I was just
That's
like,
gotta be Kane.
and it was kind of awkward because on top of that, Dana Brooke wins, and I was like, yeah,
Oh
just
my
like the
God.
continual variance of disturbance. But then like Ali is like kind of in the ring after the match yelling at Mia, like, "We don't lose in record, in disruption. You don't do this, blah blah blah." And it's awkward because like Mia's sitting there like no mask, just kind of like trying to look upset, and I was like, oh man. But yeah, so that was an
my
interesting.
Lord.
That's sad yet amazing. It's both. It's
Yeah.
sad amazing.
I hope
It
I
was
hope
my
it doesn't-
plan all
It
along.
was
I hope it doesn't cause her any crap. I mean, they've already pretty much buried disruption.
I was like, yeah. What more could this possibly do that they haven't done to this group
Go
intentionally?
back to NXT, Mia. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying she's gonna show up to. She's
Yeah,
gonna show up and be
that's
the
it. We're
fourth
done
member.
with you. Go back to
Yeah.
NXT. And she's like, oh, thank
Oh my God,
God.
that would actually be the best way to do that.
You know,
Like, screw that, man.
I can't. You know, I don't understand how they booked this faction. I feel like we had to do something. It took off bigger than we thought. Okay, we're getting the whole hacker storyline done with. Ali's the group. Now we're just gonna bury him. Like what? What's the point? You know,
It's like what they did with the Ascension.
Yeah.
This is the same thing they did with Aces and Eights in TNA. They had all the momentum in the world for one moment and crashed and burned.
That's the frustrating thing watching this because this group had promise.
Yeah.
And it's shit.
They still could if it's just like they're missing something.
Yeah. So discussion for another time. So
yeah.
All right. With that, we'll move into our 1 minute warning segment.
Oh wait, there's one more thing we forgot. The final resolution match. The final resolution match that was announced.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about final resolution next week, actually.
Okay. Cool.
Now that we know it, a little bit later we're gonna have another Impact Plus show. Might have to resubscribe to Impact Plus. They're actually doing shit with it now, so who knows? Anyway.
No, we have Christmas gifts coming up. Sorry.
I know, shit. All right.
Just kidding. I don't know.
Mike, do you have a 1 minute warning this week?
Yeah, I got something. So.
Okay, cool. Whenever you're ready, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay. So what I want to shout out to this week is Sami Zayn, whose character has just been tremendous. I know we talked about it a little bit, but going into his Survivor Series match with Lashley, the stuff he was tweeting about being the Intercontinental Champion, the champion for all the countries, and Lashley only being the U.S. champion, and how Lashley was acting just like America. I'm sorry, but they were hilarious. And the funny thing is, he looks like he's let himself go, not in a bad way, but like his hair's all crazy, his pants are extra baggy, but like he's putting on amazing matches. Like, I don't know if you saw the one he had with Daniel Bryan, just still delivering in everything he does. His character is just amazing. Like, you ask the guy to do anything and he can pretty much do it and deliver. And just shout out to him because he's been tremendous this last month or so. Just fun as anything to watch.
Right, cool.
Nice.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, I've enjoyed seeing him on TV. Very underrated in his charisma. So very, very
really
underrated.
is.
So, yeah.
I mean, you know, I what I get sick of when it comes to him is like they keep comparing him to El Generico, which I can't stand.
They're two different people, guys.
Yes, thank you. For one, El Generico is currently still in Mexico.
They're not the same person. Jeez Louise.
Well, one's Mexican and one's Canadian. I don't know how you confuse those two.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Duh.
I mean, no offense, but
Yeah. Tommy, do you have anything this week for us?
No, actually, I'm good.
All right. Tina, what about you?
No, not really. And the only thing I was going to talk about is just the episode of The Miz that we watched.
Oh, yeah.
Ms. and Mrs.
You could probably take a minute to talk about this. This is pretty hilarious. You guys are going to love this. Ready?
Uh,
Go.
I'm trying to remember what it was about. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought.
Okay, we'll restart.
Hold on. Well, I can talk about the one with Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder. I just can't remember. What was the last one about?
There was the one with the collectibles, and the last one was with he thinks he can be a parent, and
yeah.
So
No,
Ms. and Mrs. Just in general.
Ms. and Mrs. If you haven't watched it, I would highly suggest watching it because it is freaking hilarious. One of the episodes, he had a collectible of.
It was a Kamala collectible, but with the moon emblem on the belly instead of like the star, which apparently was like super rare.
It was worth $15,000.
No, it was like 70. I don't know. It was like but
no, I think it was $15,000.
Yeah,
so he got it. Zack Ryder bought it because Zack Ryder has a show on collectibles, and he told the Miz to pick it up. So he picked it up. And he also decided to buy the other one with the star, but that was $85 or something like that. And then he even asked the collectible guy, "How much for mine? I see you have my rookie, action figure when I first came out." And he's like, $20.
No, it was like 15.
Or 15.
And then he sees Maurice's there.
He's like, "What about Maurice? She have her championship Maurice one, oh, that one's 75 or something,
It was like
65.
35, something like that. Yeah, the fact that it was more expensive than Miz was hilarious. Yeah,
She's like, so hers is worth more than mine?
yeah.
Yeah. How about I give you 100? Now, how about I give it to the guy's like, I'll just give you the Miz one for free.
This guy is selling him out of his like truck. He's got like a collectible business out of like a food truck type thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So then he goes back home, has all of them, he spreads them out and shows them to everybody, and then he like hides it away. The whole episode, you'll notice that his mom is like a neat freak, cleaning up everything. And by some miracle, Marjo, which is Maurice's mother,
Who's hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
opens one of the dolls, and then she puts the other dolls in the garage, closed. So we don't know which one they open, and all of a sudden he just sees a leg of one of the
Kamala
dolls, and he's freaking out because he can't find the doll. Yeah, so the whole episode is him trying to find the freaking doll. Thank God she didn't open the $15,000 one. She opened the $85 one instead. But the whole episode was him freaking out.
Myself, that just hearing that for me was heartbreaking. I was like,
Yeah.
Knowing Zack Ryder.
You should have seen JC that whole episode. He was just oh my God.
I'm like thinking of all the ones I have. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
And so, but thank God, like I told you at the end, they find the one in the garage and it's intact.
I see him. He's going to make a home underneath the tree there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that whole episode is just hilarious. Then the last episode, he wanted to prove to Maurice that he could be a parent that does everything like she does, like go to the store with both kids, and it's craziness.
Classic
it's
man
just
mistake.
craziness. It's hilarious. At some point,
yeah, you're right.
At some point, though, Maurice wants to buy this big princess castle bed, and Miz told her, "No, you can't spend the money. You have to figure if you want to buy it, you have to figure out how to raise money on your own or something like that." Fine, you can't use any of the money from the bank account. So they renovated the whole entire house. So they had all these extra toilets and extra drapes and stuff. And the dad, Mrs. Dad, is like a big thrift shopper or seller, right? He's like, look, you have a gold mine, you have drapes, you have whatever. And he's like, I'm going to sell this stuff for you. Okay. Well, he turns the toilet into a special edition Miz toilet. And you just open the toilet and there's Miz's face and the hole is his mouth. So Miz is like, someone's literally going to take a shit in my face. and then Maurice, actually, it's in your mouth. Yeah. It's hilarious. And he set it up where you turn it, you open it, and it says, "I came to play."
Yes, that's what I was hoping. Yes. Oh, I would buy that toilet seat. Not his face, just the theme.
We even got Miz to autograph him just to raise the value a bit.
And Maurice originally signed him, and then he was like,
you said it before, Mike. You're sick of the creases. I'm sick of it too. This family needs to be the reality TV show family of the USA Network.
I really wish they would just give him an hour.
Yeah, 30 minutes, you get so much great content.
30 minutes is like not enough.
Yeah, so...
I was going to say back... Oh, good.
But
Oh, sorry. Well, I was going to say right now, and Mike's not going to like this, but I am going to talk about the Bella Twins real quick. But not about the Bella Twins. I'm going to talk about Daniel. So apparently, I look on my phone right now, and there's the... what you call it, the commercial or the ad for the next Bella Twins. And apparently the next one, they go on a baby moon on a camping trip, and Brian takes hallucinogens.
Oh my God.
Brian Danielson takes hallucinogens, and he's like texting Brie random stuff. And he gets I forget his name. He gets Nikki's fiance to take him with him.
Artem?
Yeah.
Oh
Artem.
my God.
So they show a clip of them both like, whoa.
WWE not
Look
strong
at
on the testing, or
No. Mind you, he's doing natural hallucinogens.
So it's nothing that would show
nothing
up.
Nothing
seriously?
like
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm naive when it comes to that stuff. So I
think it's like Native American hallucinogens is what I think it is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to find out on the show when it airs.
Yeah.
What show?
The Bella Twins.
What?
The Total Bellas, excuse me. Total Bellas. Total Bellas.
The level of questions I have, I don't even think we have time to.
The level of questions I have, that's why I'm going to watch it. I I love Brian. Whenever they show Brian, I'm like, oh, I'm in. I'm gonna watch this because Brian is just blunt with both of them, and it cracks me up.
Yeah.
And he's always trying to make them spell stuff, or tell me where this city's at, like stuff like he always like tries to quiz them, and they're always like S Q.
Yes, they can't.
They
Yeah.
can't. It's hilarious.
It's-
Oh, and not only
Spell
that,
Nikki.
not only that, watching back to Ms. and Mrs. Not only that, watching Ms. and Mrs. There's times where Maurice cannot say a word, and it's hilarious.
Because she's French Canadian, and
She's
some
trying to
English
say a word, and
words,
she's like,
she can't figure out how to say certain English words, and I'm just dying laughing every time.
and
those
Ms.
pop
is just looking at her like, what was that? What was that?
I saw a couple episodes where she did that. Those were pretty funny.
up. Yeah. So.
Anyways, so if you're bored and you want something funny to watch, I totally suggest Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah.
Even if you don't watch wrestling, they're just freaking funny.
I don't really think I can follow my 1 minute warning with that. That was hilarious. So.
Sorry, that was more than a minute.
No,
but
it's
yeah.
all good. The show we talked about today, NXT TakeOver WarGames, is this Sunday, December 6th at 6 p.m. Central Time. The kickoff will be at 5:30. It's going to be from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, a.k.a. the Mini Thunderdome, a.k.a., I don't know, the Lightning Dome.
Isn't it the
And it's
Wrestling Center? What is it? The
Performance Center.
No, the Capitol. There you go. The Capitol Wrestling Center.
Capital Wrestling. There we go. Which they haven't really advertised that since that one show.
Since
No, they
the-
haven't.
I think they still call it that. They just don't make it a big deal anymore. Yeah.
This will be on WWE Network, and as I mentioned, if your cable provider has in-demand pay-per-view, you can get it on traditional pay-per-view for $60. And this is the first NXT event that's going to be on traditional pay-per-view as well. So it is being made available for that, which is pretty cool, So, also want to note before we move on, the Countdown City Geekcast is currently nominated for San Antonio Magazine's Best in the City Awards. You can, I'll put a link here in the description, but you can go and vote once daily between now and December 28th. Please go vote for the Countdown City Geekcast. We're up for Best in the City Awards with the San Antonio Magazine. There was us and 3 other nominees for Best Podcast.
The Republicans think we did vote early and vote often, more than once.
This time, it's
Well,
only
technically you can. The only difference is you have you got to put more than one email.
But you can do it once a day. So if you have
it's per email.
It's per email once a day.
Oh, once a day. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Then I'm gonna
Look, let me tell you
You're
how
thinking
many
of the
emails I've had
nominations,
over the
that's
years.
Oh, my bad. What?
Go check it out. Some episodes. I think we're going to be starting to doing the Geekcast live now. We did our first live one in over a year last night, talking Mandalorian, and it was a lot of fun getting to interact. So maybe that's something we'll do on the WrestleCast in the future. We'll see.
No.
Talk about the Mandalorian. I'm down.
No, anyway.
Live? No. Look at this.
Okay. Anyway.
Just kidding.
I mean, they did have Mercedes Vernado on there, so
There you go.
I don't know who that is, but cool.
Sasha.
Oh.
Banks.
it's Sasha. That's a real
Oh,
name.
the way you said it like that, I was like, who?
Well, she switched to that on Twitter, and she's starting to. I guess because she got that recognition on the credits
I
as
forget her-
Mercedes.
I forget her last name all the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
real quick.
Yeah.
She was on the New Day podcast, I don't know, maybe about a month ago. And she was talking about when she first started wrestling. And she was like, yeah, I just started off as Mercedes VK. And Big E's like, oh, what did the VK stand for? And Kofi and Woods are like, it's her last name, dude. He's like, oh, well, I thought maybe she meant something special by it. Like he didn't occur to him that she literally just used her real name to start wrestling and just made it VK. Yeah.
Wow.
You should watch those. Is there
a
New
K
Day
in the last name?
It's Vernado, and then it's like a hyphen. I forget what the K is. But it's like a hyphenated last name.
Is that her husband's last name?
No, because this is when she started
Oh,
wrestling.
this is way before that.
So
family name or something.
It's. I think her parents might have been divorced, remarried type thing or something like that.
Oh, that makes more sense then.
I see.
Oh, it's VK. Well, here it says it's KB.
Or did she switch it?
Kaesner Varnado.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was the other way.
Okay.
Well, maybe she might have just done VK because it sounds better
Yeah.
instead of KV. Sounds weird.
As for us, our Twitter account, again, at @CCG_WrestleCast, and subscribe here on the
Oh, no,
Countdown
it's
City
Mercedes
channel.
KV.
Okay.
We don't want to end the show, JC. Let us.
Lee, I know. We're having
Keep
so much fun with Tina
talking.
on here. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on War Games, what your predictions are, and let us know also your thoughts on the event itself. This is NXT's last pay-per-view event.
Or share a video of your best William Regal War Games.
Yes.
That's actually
God.
something everyone should do. Like legit.
That should be a TikTok challenge.
Or the other challenge was, and Brian Danielson's been trying to get this to going. He goes, "Welcome to the Thunderdome."
Yeah.
He's been trying to get that going on Twitter, and nobody's biting.
Well, let's see if
I've
this
been
one
trying to
bites.
get my children to do it, and my children are like, "I don't want to."
Or the famous line from Waiting, "Welcome to Thunderdome."
Dome, bitch. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. So
I said
Where's that from?
from Waiting.
Waiting, the movie with
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds.
We'll be waiting with.
I haven't seen that movie in forever,
Yeah,
and I saw it once because JC showed it to me.
it was funny.
The classic.
Sure. No, it was.
Anyway. Yeah, let us know that, and if you're on TikTok, let's do the William Regal War Games challenge the day of the event. That'd be pretty fun. So,
Oh my God.
next week we'll recap NXT Takeover War Games, and then we will preview Impact Wrestling's Final Resolution. They are going to be having that event on Impact Plus. Will be their last one of the year. So, and the year's winding down, guys. We only got a few weeks left. Basically, we're going to be talking about. We'll be talking about those events. We have Final Battle to discuss and WWE TLC before the break, before Christmas.
And
so,
then Blooper Reel Part 2.
Yep.
The Reckoning.
So, the
Revenge.
The Mia Yim? What?
So, anyway. Oh my God, this has been a lot of fun. Thank
It
you
always
guys
is.
for joining. It always is a blast. So, we'll get going now so that I can get the editing done and try and post this. So, yeah. So,
I'm going to sleep.
yeah, I know. Over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
My beautiful wife Tina.
Adios. Stay safe, guys.
And I'm JC, and as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are
fake.
Hey. Oh, I actually do it then.
Hey yo, subscribe to the channel by clicking right here. Or if you want to watch more videos, click right here.